Today's probably my favorite lesson in geometry. It's a little better in class because we do an activity. I'll attach another video so you can see what we kind of did. But basically what we learned today is the triangle sum theorem. So if I look at three angles of a triangle, so here's one angle. If I drew that angle out, tried to make it the same size. Here's the second angle. I'm going to put these vertexes together, kind of like what we did in class. And here's my third angle. And if I put that one together as well, what you notice is the three angles of the triangle come together to make a straight line, which is 180 degrees. So the three angles of a triangle, no matter what the triangle looks like, always adds up to 180 degrees. And if I do the same type of thing with a quadrilateral, a four-sided shape, if I look at this angle plus a second angle plus a third angle here, plus the fourth angle, they come together and make a full circle, which is 360 degrees. And basically, a triangle will make 180. Four-sided shape, the angles add up to 360 degrees. Then a five-sided shape would be 540. I'm just adding 180 degrees every time I add a side. So 6 would be 720. So the big thing you need to know is the triangle sum theorem is the angles, three angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So here we go with an example using the triangle sum theorem, but just like yesterday, we're going to have to solve equations while we do. So I'm given three angles of a triangle. Angle A is 12x, I did that in black. Angle B is x squared plus 36, so that goes where angle B is, and I did that in red. And the green angle, angle C, negative 3x plus 54. So what do I know about the three angles of a triangle? I know the sum, or if I add them all together, they need to equal 180 degrees. So I need to add these three angles together. I'm going to start with the x squared one, just because I know when I have an equation, having the x squared, then the x's is like the best way to go, so it just saves me some time. So then I'm going to add 12x, so I'm adding all three angles, the red, black, and the green, negative 3x plus 54. So now I need to combine like terms and solve this equation. Just like yesterday, I see that there's an x squared, so I know to solve this equation, I'm going to have to factor. But before I do that, let's combine some like terms. So I only see one x squared, so I'm going to say x squared. But I see a negative, I forgot an x here, negative 3x and a 12x. Okay, so I could combine those two. 12x minus 3x is positive 9x. And then 36 plus 54 is 90. That's equal to 180. So I just combine like terms on the left side of the equation. Now I still need to factor, but before I can do that, I got to get this side equal to 0, so I'm going to subtract 180 from both sides. So we get x squared plus 9x minus 90 equals 0. Now it's equal to 0, so I can factor. Remember what we talked about yesterday. I need to multiply to that last term, the b term. So I need to multiply to negative 90, and I need to add to the middle term of 9. So I want to think of some things that would multiply to 90. I know 10 and 9, but those would not add to 9. Negative 10 plus 9 is negative 1, or 10 minus 9 is positive 1. So those factors don't work. I want to think of a couple more I know. 15 times 6 also equals 90. And those are 9 apart. So if I had 15 minus 6, that would be 9. So those are my two factors, x plus 15 x minus 6 equals 0. Now I just got to set these equal to 0 and solve. So x could equal positive 6 or x could equal negative 15. Now I want to think about which one should I choose, because even though there's two answers in algebra, in a geometry problem, we only want to choose one of these answers that will make the question make sense. And I look, if I plugged in this negative 15 up here, 12 times negative 15 would give me a negative answer. I can't have a negative angle, so I'm going to reject this x. So we're going to say, okay, x equals 6 then, because we want all the angles to be positive. So now that we know what x equals, we want to find and list the measure of all the angles. So I'm just going to substitute. So angle A was 12x, but I know x is 6. 12 times 6 is 72. And then I'm going to do angle B. And it was x squared, but x is 6, so 6 squared plus 36. I'm just substituting. 6 squared is 36. 36 plus 36 is 72. Oh, so both those angles are the same. And the last angle, angle C, equals negative 3 times x, which is 6, plus 54. So that's 54 minus 18. That is 36. So here's the three angles of my triangle. And then just to like double check, if you were going to check your work, okay, 72 plus 72 plus 36. What would that equal? Well, 72 plus 72 is 144. 144 plus 36 is 180 degrees. So we said the three angles got to add up to 180, and they do. So just a way to check your work. Now, looking at that next problem, hit pause on the video, give this one a try, and then I will show you the answer. So first thing you got to do is label those angles. Angle N is 90. O is 4x plus 2. And M is x squared plus 11. And again, we got a triangle. So we want to make sure we add up these three angles and equal it to 180. So I'm adding all three angles. And since those are triangles, or three angles of a triangle, it equals 180. That's the triangle sum theorem. Got to combine like terms. I only see 1x squared, so that's all good. I got a 4x, that's it. Then I got a 11, a 2, a 90. So 11 plus 2 plus 90, 103. Mental math here. Okay. So again, just like before, I have an x squared. And like yesterday, we learned before we factor with x squareds, we got to get it equal to 0, the equation. So I'm going to subtract 180 from both sides. So x squared plus 4x, 103 minus 180 equals 77. Oh, nice. I got excited just because I know 77 is easy to factor. There's only two things that multiply to 77. Makes it easy. All right, so let's think about this. We want to multiply to the last number, negative 77. We want to add to the middle number, 4. Well, I mean, there's 1 in 77, but that's not 4 apart. But 7 times 11 is 4 apart. Now, what would give us a positive 4 if the 7 was negative? So my two factors are x minus 7, x plus 11, and now we just solve for x. So x will equal positive 7, x will equal negative 11. And again, when we think about substituting this in, if I substitute a negative into the 4x plus 2, 4 times negative 11 would be negative 44 plus 2. That's negative 39. We can't have a negative angle, so the negative does not work. We're going to reject that answer. So it's got to be 7. And then we just go back, just like yesterday, make sure you answer the question. Once you get X, you're not done. List the angles in order. Okay, from largest to smallest. Well, let's figure out what all these angles are, and then we could list them in order. So N's 90, we already got that one. That was nice and easy. So let's do angle O. I'm going to do it up here just so I have room. Angle O is 4 times 7 plus 2. So I'm just substituting. 4 times 7 is 28, so that's 30. Angle M. We got 4 squared, or nope, sorry, 7 squared. X is 7, not 4. X is 7, so 7 squared plus 11, because M is X squared plus 11. So that's 49 plus 11, which is 60. So this is a 30, 60, 90 triangle, if you remember we learned that during the year. So we just want to put them in order from smallest to largest. Okay, the smallest is angle O, because that's 30. Then angle M is 60. And then the largest is angle N, which is the 90. So just make sure you go back, answer the question. You usually just got to substitute, and then sometimes it's just list them, sometimes put them in an order, but really answer that question. All right, so I want you to think, what is the key thing you need to know about what you do when you have a triangle and its 3 angles versus what you do when you have a quadrilateral? So think, what is the difference? What do we need to know? All right, the triangles, the 3 inside angles or interior angles. Have a sum of 180 degrees. For a quadrilateral, the 4 interior angles, with the inside angles, 1, 2, 3, 4, because sometimes when there's diagrams, there's like outside angles. Nah, I want the inside angles. Have a sum of 360 degrees. So that's our key for today's lesson. And then we still use our algebra skills with solving equations, factoring, and substituting.